Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your mid May update. We're going to start out with an oracle card and see what kind of energy you're working with here in the second half of the month. You have the crow. I view crows as messengers. So you may be receiving some information, or you may be the one who's delivering the information. It could be good news. I'm seeing the number 13 there too, which can be very auspicious. This could also be related to health. For some reason, that's coming through. It may have to do with someone passing or who has recently passed. So you may want to be looking for, if you're in that situation, you maybe want to pay attention to the signs. If something pops up and you go, oh, grandma always would have said that, that's grandma telling you that. That's grandma saying hi. So pay attention. They want you to know that they're still with you, they're still part of your energy. And they're there to try and help watch over you as much as you will listen. Okay. And then alternatively, this is just this it's messages, information coming your way, possibly about the past because they're looking backward. So secrets revealed is also part of what I'm feeling here. Let's see what kind of tarot cards you have. Cut. We're starting with the Lovers. And then we have the World. Then we have the Nine of Wands. And then the Sun and the Death card. You have 4 major arcana cards out of 5 tarot cards. So this is a big change, a big shift. It could be a major life-changing message or life-altering message that comes up. It shifts the very foundations, but in a good way. Something was not as bad as you perceived, or something, it's good information that comes to light, but it completely shifts your perspective on things that have happened in the past, which shifts your behaviors, beliefs, attitudes towards those events, towards those things. Because you have so many major arcana cards here, that does mean a shift in you and how you're perceiving some things. And now, once you learn that, once you discover that, that leads to more personal growth too, that then affects how your behavior is going forward on things. You have a more positive outlook. In whatever area this is for you, it ends up being a shift for the better. But it is going to change you definitively. So, important information about the past or from the past comes forward for you. So let's start out into each of these cards. We're starting out with the Lovers card. This is a card, it can be about lovers, it can be about commitments, it can also be about contracts, agreements, the people that you work very closely with, that you connect with, legally or emotionally. But it's bottom line, it's all about a commitment. So the way you view commitments or a prior relationship will change. That might be what the information is about. It could be about your parents' relationship, grandparents' relationship. Something you go, I never knew that about them. That changes your whole context of your experiences with those other people, with that relationship. It could even have to do with a third person, maybe, that was in that relationship who you always thought was hovering for no reason, or because they didn't trust the other people or things like that. Whatever information you learn is going to change that perspective to more along the lines that they were there to support. They were there to just make sure that these other people are free to do what they want, but were also protected at the same time. It's a very kind of particular message to come through, isn't it? So they didn't want the fighting occurring. And in here, it's a mating dance. It's not a fight. It's not a life or death situation, which, if you're on the outside looking in, it may look that way, but it is not. It's about the commitment that all these people have to each other and the agreements they have about their relationships. And then we have the World card. This is a card about endings and beginnings. So this, I think, it's going to rock your world is the words that want to come through. It's just going to rock your world, because what you had viewed as something very negative in the past, it's all of a sudden an aha moment, like, oh my gosh. And then other memories will flood through of examples of what you now know to be true, that in the past you may have misconstrued as something negative, when in fact it was something that was very positive and supporting and uplifting. So once you have that information and you're able to absorb it, because it's a shift, it changes how you look at the world, how you look at the relationships or whatever the situation is for you. You're ready to go out there now with this new, fresh energy towards relationships or towards these people in particular. It's a whole new world for you. And then we have the Nine of Feathers, which is the equivalent of the Nine of Wands. And this can be about conflict. They do have conflict on here, but it's something that's reaching the end. You're getting close to the end of this conflict, the end of this argument, the end of this fight. So maybe what this your previous beliefs about this had caused a rift possibly between you and some other people, maybe in your family or your long-term friendships and connections that you guys used to butt heads about all the time. Because you disagree with, so you've agreed to disagree and you don't talk to each other very much, even though you used to get along so well. You're getting close to the end of that kind of conflict. You guys are getting closer together on your beliefs or your ideas. You're also getting closer to, you're just over it and done with it. And it's not worth this much strife. It's not worth this much energy put into it. You're about ready to let that go. And so are they. And work together at moving forward. And then we have the Sun, another major arcana card. This is a card about joy, vitality, being outside and feeling that sunshine on your skin, warming you through and through. That bright light illuminating the situation, illuminating your life. Feeling brighter, feeling more energetic, just happy. Happiness, joy, and more energy. Because you're not weighed down by that negative energy that you were holding on to from the past. And with that renewal, with that fresh energy, with all that vitamin D in your system, you then move on to the Death card. This is also a major arcana card. This one is typically not literally about death. This is about transformation. The ending of an old you, old beliefs, some old habits, something that you've been trying to change, shift, move for a long time. It now almost seems to just come naturally. Here is that change. This is you going forward, which is completely different than you were just a week or two ago. You have a newfound energy, a newfound view, a newfound love of life, love of this situation, love of family. It's transformational. This information you're receiving and this process of absorbing it and feeling it. And you can almost, as you're going through these, feel that whole shift in yourself, which can feel rough. It can definitely be emotional with highs and lows. But there is this sense of having a stronger sense of purpose, a better understanding. um, of higher energy and love and ready to move forward now. Move on from that. It's not going to hold you back anymore. A profound period of growth for you, Cancer. That is what I have for you for the second half of May. So hang on for the ride. And please hit that like button. And please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching. And I will talk to you later.